Hey, Science 30. We're going to continue our discussion about genetics in this video. Here we're going to discuss what cell division is and how genetic information in your body can divide and multiply. So how can I go from one skin cell and make many skin cells? How can I go from a short hair and then in a couple weeks get really long hair? Well, the cells are constantly dividing, and so that's called cell division, and there's two major types of cell division, and we'll talk about that here. So when we're talking about cell division, we have to remember that all of our DNA is stored in chromosomes. And the chromosomes are like recipes. They are going to have different, it's a cookbook rather, and they're going to have different recipes for different meals on them. And so a chromosome is a really long stretch, and then different genes exist on a single chromosome, and each gene might code for a different thing. And so during cell division, you basically have chromosomes inside of a nucleus. And if we kind of zoom into one chromosome, you've got really tightly bound proteins. And then we're unraveling them. And then all of a sudden you get this double-stranded DNA helix. So we go from all this DNA gets shoved and tightly bound into this small nucleus. But there's actually quite a bit of DNA content and information inside of that nucleus. And so every single human should have 23 pairs of chromosomes, so a total of 46 individual chromosomes. So we've got 46 total chromosomes, or in other words, 23 pairs of each chromosome. So a chromosome has this classic X shape, and you get one chromosome from dad and one chromosome from mom in you. And so we've got this pink and blue here, and you'll notice that there's 23 total pairs, meaning 23 pairs from mom, so there's 23 pink ones, and 23 pairs from dad, 23 blue ones. And that's a total of 46 chromosomes in you. There's 22 what we call autosomal chromosomes, so body chromosomes, and then the 23rd chromosome is what we call the X and or Y chromosome. So you can have XX if you're a female, or you can have XY if you're a male. And that's going to be determining your sex, and those chromosomes carry information that only code for primarily sex characteristics. Okay, so like we just said, the first 22 pairs are known as autosomes, and the last pair is sex chromosome. Okay, so I want to discuss the terms haploid versus diploid. Haploid is half of diploid. And so diploid or diploid is a number that means how many chromosomes does an individual have when we're talking about the copies, all the total copies in their chromosome. So humans, we've already said, have 46 chromosomes. Well, that's their diploid number. We call it the 2n, or the diploid number. But each person has a haploid number of only 23 chromosomes. Because remember, 23 chromosomes from your mom combined with 23 chromosomes from your dad, and they make a diploid 46 chromosome cell, so you. Now, when you go to have kids, if you're a male, you're going to have sperm cells. Each of your sperm cells is going to have half of the genetic information that you have. So even though your body cells are what we call diploid, 46 chromosomes, and if you're a male, your sperm are only going to have half that information. So they're only going to have 23 chromosomes. So the purpose of that is that when a male has only 23 chromosomes in his sperm, and then he mates with a female that has only 23 chromosomes in her egg, that's the haploid number. 23 chromosomes in the haploid egg, 23 chromosomes in the haploid sperm, and then they will fertilize to make 46 total chromosomes as the diploid number. So haploid is half of the diploid number. And so here's a little practice. The diploid is the total number of chromosomes in every body or somatic cell. Somatic is just another name for body cell. A diploid cell has both pairs of homologous chromosomes, meaning a diploid cell has both sets, mom's set and dad's set together. In humans, the diploid cell number is 46 chromosomes, and so we say 2n, or diploid, equals 46. You get two copies of everything. If the haploid is just half of that, so it's just the gametes from just the egg or the gamete of the sperm. So gametes are a fancy name for sex cells. So we've got somatic or body cells, and then we've got sex cells or gametes. And so the gametes are either eggs in women or sperm in men. A haploid cell only has one chromosome from a homologous pair, and a haploid cell has 23 chromosomes in humans, so half of the 46. Okay, so there's a sperm haploid cell, an egg haploid cell comes together in a process called fertilization and makes a zygote or a 46 diploid cell. And that zygote will develop into a baby and then you. Okay, so here's your egg, here's your sperm. There's 23 chromosomes here, there's 23 chromosomes here, and there's a total of 46 chromosomes. Okay, quick example. Find the following haploid and diploid numbers. So I'm going to let you pause this video here and you can figure out if you can bounce back and forth between the diploid number and the haploid number if they've given you one of each. Okay, so if you've done that, then here are the answers. You'll notice that the haploid number is simply half of the diploid number and the diploid number is double the haploid number. Okay, true or false? If organisms have the same diploid number, are they related? No. Just because they have the same diploid number doesn't mean they're related. For example, humans and the green ash tree both have 23 haploid chromosomes. You are not related to a green ash tree. Diploid numbers indicate the complexity of our organism. Also false. Scorpions have 256 chromosomes in their diploid cell, and you have only 46. You are not less complex than a scorpion in terms of like your ability to cognitively reason and higher level thinking and emotional regulation and all of that stuff. Okay, cell division. We're going to continue cell division in the next video.